So we're currently working on a Land Rover Discovery black pack. I say black pack, everything is black on it basically, on the bodywork, including things like the trims. Yeah, it's not the easiest of jobs. We tend to get a lot of these, to be fair with you, and they're always pretty bad. This one, it doesn't have a lot of extremely deep scratches and marks. It does definitely have them. The video will show you this door, and again, this side is typical with all the jobs. Is ruined more than anything, and that's because this is a side that gets hit by trees and brambles and bushes a lot, mainly people trying to get over the road. But the one thing it's got is serious swirl marks. Now I'm going to put some other videos on where we've actually caught the camera angles. You might be able to just see here how dull these certain panels are compared to the ones we're currently working on. So it needs some work. There's quite a lot involved in this. It's going to take 5 days to really get finished, so we'll put bits of video together as we go, and hopefully you'll actually see the improvement that we've actually carried out on it.
Like a lid looking bad on a boat. I'm on a boat. I ain't shit, but my baby call me go. Few bitches on the side and losing hope. Trying to tear down the next bitch just a coat. They mad that he want me to make come quick, trying to fight it. And you know I look good when I.
So this is one of the rear quarter panels, just to show you the idea of how many swirls are actually in there. They're actually past swirls. A lot of people say the word swirl because of the way it looks. A swirl is a very light version of a scratch. It then becomes deeper and deeper over the years because of the same motions, and these are actually scratches. We'll still call them swirls because effectively that's what they are, but they are much deeper, where a swirl can be very light and just come straight out. And as you can see there, this is going to take quite a bit of machine work to get this sort of finish that you see here. Which we've already done. We just need to work on the higher end of the panels, which, as you can see, obviously have those deeper marks in them. So what I'm going to show you on this panel here is basically the way we've had to cut it, because it's so badly marked. We've actually put buffer trail into it ourselves. It was done on purpose because there is no way we could have cut this panel without putting a little bit of heat into it, and basically without putting a little bit of a kind of pressure into the pad and using a heavy pad. And this is on a black vehicle, so what we've now got to do is build down the pads, going into different grades and different grades of compound, and actually take the buffer trail out and then refine the panel as well. So this is what we're going to show you. This is what you see on a lot of cars that have been buffed quickly, incorrectly, or kind of just a quick buff at home where someone spent, say, a day on your vehicle, which is something obviously we can't do. We tend to, well, we've got this in for 5 days, but this is basically what buffer trail looks. So what you can see there is like cloudiness, and you'll probably see this a lot of the time, to be fair, on vehicles when you're actually driving down the road, especially if the sun hits them at certain angles, especially this time of year when it's not too sunny and then the sun gets quite bright at certain times, and you may wonder what it is, and that's basically buffer trail. What buffer trail is actually burns in the paint. It's from taking a little bit too much heat, a little bit too much pressure, the wrong compound, and certain colours actually showing that up. And you can see there's quite a bit. Obviously there's not loads, let's be honest, but there's quite a bit, and that needs now refining to get the right finish, to get the rest of the panel looking like you can see here, which has already been refined. So that's the paint enhancement side of things now complete. We're actually into Thursday, it's the end of Thursday, so we've actually hit 4 days on this just for the machine work side of things, and that was just because the marks were a lot worse than we expected. Now this is a paint enhancement booking. We offer paint correction bookings, you'll hear that word a lot. The reality is a correction booking can take 10 to 15 days. There is a slight difference in level of work. Yes, you can tell the difference to a point because we'll pretty much get every single mark out that's physically possible within the paint, but realistically when the car's outside and even under lighting, an enhancement and a correction for us is very marginal in what a customer will actually see, but a big difference in price and labour. Let's say we're pretty much done with the panels. We found a couple of stone chips, we found one on the wing, we've got the paint, colour coding, that's been delivered today. We've actually touched all that up. Tricky part was getting the top of the doors, the plastic trims. As you see, the pillars were knackered. Obviously you'll see that the difference in quality on those now, especially on these parts up here. And the buffer trail you saw in the video earlier, that's now gone, as you can actually see. We will do a proper video of that in a minute though, so you can actually see there's no trickery in there. But the buffer trail's gone, we've skimmed it back down, we've basically refined it, and we've brought the depth out, and now we're on to putting the coating on. That'll be tomorrow. Now on with the ceramic process. The ovens are on, it's quite warm in here, which is nice, and basically we're going to be using these two products. Now this vehicle has had paint enhancement carried out, but we've gone a little bit deeper with some aspects. It was really marked, as you've seen in the film. Now the customer's basically gone with Signature Coat, which is our brand of ceramic. It's like the middle package. It's Ceramic Pro is the ultimate, so this is kind of the one step down. But it's marginal, obviously differences, but Ceramic Pro is the ultimate, being honest. What we're basically gone for is gone with the bronze package. But we're actually going to do a little bit of an upgrade, and we're going to coat the glass and a bit more on the wheels, which isn't part of the bronze package itself. We're just going to do a little bit more just because we've got the time to do it today, and you know, we've got the products. We're just going to deal with it. So these are the products we're basically working with today. So you've got Signature Coat, which is our ceramic 9H. And then we've got Ceramic Pro glass, which is what we're going to be putting on the glass and the exterior panels, and we'll show you that on the video as well.